Have you ever promised yourself tomorrow, it'll change? Tomorrow, it'll save money. Tomorrow, it'll stop wasting time. Tomorrow, it'll become disciplined. But somehow the same patterns repeat again and again. And what if I told you your life is not controlled by motivation, but by invisible loops running inside your brain every single day? In Atomic Habits, James Clear explains a powerful truth: success is not built through giant transformations. It's built through tiny repeated actions. And in this episode we uncover the habit loop, the psychological system that controls your money habits, productivity, discipline, investments, and ultimately your future. Every habit you have, whether good or bad, follows the same four-step pattern. First comes the cue, then the craving, then the action, and finally the reward. This loop is why people endlessly scroll social media, overspend money, procrastinate goals, or become financially disciplined and wealthy. The first step is the cue. A trigger. Something that tells your brain, pay attention. It could be stress, boredom, a notification, a smell, a location, even a specific time of day. Most people think habits begin with actions, but habits actually begin with signals. A person drowning in debt and a millionaire investor may live completely different lives, but their habits start the same way. Both respond to cues. One sees stress and buys useless things for comfort. The other sees opportunity and invests consistently. Same brain, different conditioning. Think about emotional spending. After a stressful day, someone opens a shopping app without even realizing why. The cue wasn't the app. The cue was stress. Most people never identify the real trigger behind their habits, and that's why they stay trapped. After the cue comes the craving. This is where the brain creates desire. And here's something shocking: we don't crave the habit itself. We crave the feeling we think it will give us. Freedom, comfort, escape, validation, pleasure. A revenge trader doesn't crave losing money. He craves emotional recovery. Someone addicted to buying luxury items doesn't crave the object itself. They crave status, attention, temporary relief. When you understand the craving, you finally understand the behavior. Modern society constantly manipulates craving. Social media makes you crave validation. Advertising makes you crave lifestyles. Financial influencers make you crave fast success. Every platform fights for your attention, because attention creates habits and habits create profit. The strongest habits are usually the ones with instant rewards. Junk food, endless scrolling, gambling, overspending. Because the brain loves immediate pleasure. But wealth, discipline, and financial freedom often reward you slowly. That's why most people quit too early. Then comes the third step, the action. This is the behavior itself. Saving money, investing, studying, waking up early, or wasting hours online. But here's the truth: James Clear emphasizes behavior only happens when motivation meets simplicity. If a habit feels difficult, the brain resists it. That's why most people fail financially. They make saving money complicated. They make investing confusing. They rely on willpower instead of systems. The brain naturally chooses the easier path. Smart people don't depend on motivation forever. They reduce friction. Automatic savings, scheduled investments, fixed routines. They make discipline easier than distraction. And slowly those tiny actions begin shaping identity. One small action repeated daily seems invisible in the beginning. But habits compound exactly like money. Tiny investments become wealth. Tiny workouts become strength. Tiny learning becomes expertise. The danger is bad habits compound too. No one becomes broke overnight. No one becomes unhealthy overnight. And no one becomes successful overnight. Repetition quietly builds your future, while most people remain distracted by temporary emotions. And finally comes the reward. The brain always asks one question after every behavior: was this worth repeating? Rewards close the loop. They teach the brain what behaviors deserve survival. The challenge with financial discipline is that rewards are delayed. You don't feel rich after one investment. You don't become disciplined after one productive day. That's why most people return to fast dopamine, because patience feels emotionally uncomfortable. One person chooses instant pleasure every day. Another chooses small disciplined actions daily. At first their lives look similar. But years later the gap becomes enormous. One lives in stress. The other lives in freedom. So how do you change your life? James Clear gives a simple answer: redesign the loop. Change your cues. Control your environment. Make good habits easier. Make bad habits harder. And reward progress immediately, even if the result takes time. If distraction is one click away, discipline becomes difficult. But if learning, investing, reading, and growth become visible and accessible, your brain slowly adapts. Success is often less about self-control and more about smart design. The most powerful part of habits is identity. Every action becomes a vote for the person you believe you are. Save money consistently and you become an investor. Read daily and you become a learner. Discipline isn't something you force forever. Eventually it becomes who you are. The habit loop explains why people stay trapped for years and why others quietly build extraordinary lives. Cue. Craving. Action. Reward. Understand this loop and you stop fighting yourself blindly. You start designing your future intentionally. And your habits are not small. They are building your future every single day, financially, emotionally, and mentally. And the scary part is whether you notice it or not, the loop is already running. The only question is it building your freedom or destroying it? If this video added value to your life, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if there's a book you want me to uncover next, let me know in the comments. In the next episode, we'll uncover another powerful principle from Atomic Habits that can completely transform the way you think about success.